What's up, guys? UFC Fight Night Denver this weekend. Rose Namajunas versus Tracy Cortez. Just going to be going over the co-main event with Drew Dober versus John Silva. Now, last couple weeks, we've had a couple mix-ups with fights and people pulling out and people having to step in, and the co-main event of this card was another one. Mike Davis pulls out 2 weeks shy of the fight card, and now we have John Silva stepping in. And big step in for John Silva. I mean, he just got off a fight 2 weeks ago against a tough fighter in Charles Jourdain and was able to kind of walk off KO him, if you want to call it that. He hit him and didn't have to lead up with no finishing shot. So it was basically a walk-off KO, even though he wasn't like out. Beautiful performance. I mean, that counter hook against the cage was just sick. Yeah. John Silva looks like he's ready to take a bigger step up in competition, as we saw, and now going back to back within 2 weeks to fight a guy like Drew Dober after you just got out of a fight with Charles Jourdain. That's pretty impressive. Now, it's not going to put him up in the top 10 or into the title contentions right away, no, but it's a damn good start to his career if he's able to go in and put out Drew Dober. That'd be 4-0 with 3 back-to-back knockouts, and one of them coming off a short week notice against a guy like Drew Dober. So if he's able to pull that off, his stock definitely rises, and who knows what happens next with him. I'm sure if he beats Drew Dober after coming in on short notice, he'll get a bigger step up in competition even after that for stepping in, I'm sure he'll get a boost from the company. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be fight of the night, too. Looking at all the fights, I mean, yeah, we got a couple potential decent little scraps on our hands, including the main event, depending on how Rose wants to fight. Because, Rose sometimes she has a dog in her and she loves to fight, and then other times she treats it like a sparring session, which has been her last 2 or 3 fights, or basically just felt like sparring sessions. So she's got to get her stuff back together, too. But back to the co-main event, yeah, I think it's going to be fight of the night. The two styles from these guys, they clash. They're just going to make an entertaining fight. They're going to go in there head-to-head, toe-to-toe. They're going to throw down everything they got. I don't see a lot of wrestling being involved or nothing. That's basically going to be a stand-up fight. From looking at both of their fights, previous fights, and how they fought, it's basically going to be a stand-up fight and hopefully a war. I mean, when you look at how they fight, it just kind of makes sense that they just go out and throw down. So if that's how the fight plays out, and if it is a war, like a just complete war where they're just throwing caution to the wind and just trying to knock each other out, I got to lean towards Drew Dober based off experience, and I've seen him do it plenty of times. We saw in that McKinney fight, McKinney had him out on his feet for like the first minute or so, and he was just basically out of it. And out of nowhere, he flipped the switch and was able to drop McKinney and turn the whole thing around. So even when you got Drew Dober hurt and on the fences, he's never out of there because he has that crazy power, and he's willing to just throw it at you at any given time. Even when he's hurt like he was against McKinney, he was really hurt and still found the shot while he was hurt. So yeah, I'm going to lean towards picking Drew Dober here by KO, round 2. Not much else really to break down into it because, like I told you, one guy's only a few fights into the UFC. We haven't seen too much other than the Charles Jourdain knockout, which was really impressive. So, like I said, I expect to see fireworks for this fight. And like I said, yeah, fight of the night for sure. Drew Dober, second round TKO. If you guys like it or have any other opinions, leave it down in the comments. And like and subscribe, and I'll be back for more.